Our last topic in this module deals with classifying segments inside of a triangle. So there are 4 that you need to know. If I had 4 triangles, there are 3 ideas that we're going to deal with. One is cutting a segment in half. Do you remember what we call cutting something in half geometrically? Starts with a B. Bisecting, or it's called a bisector. So bisectors cut something in half. That could either be a side length or it could be an angle. We're also going to deal with right angles. And bisecting can either be angles or segments, and then right angles. So if I bisect a segment, meaning I cut this long side in half, so we have 2 equal pieces, and then I connect that to the opposite vertex, this side is called a median. If you do that 3 times inside a triangle, then you create, well, I didn't do a very good job, but you create this point where they all meet, and that point has a name. I can never remember all the names. So, yeah, they're all centers. One is called the centroid, one is called the incenter, and the orthocenter, and the circumcenter. So, we're not going to get into all of those. We're just going to talk about the 4 different segments. So if you connect midpoint to opposite vertex, that creates a median. If you take a vertex and you draw a segment such that it is perpendicular to the opposite side, that is called an altitude. If you bisect a side and then create a segment that is perpendicular to that side, so we bisect this side, and we draw a perpendicular line, that is called a perpendicular bisector. And then the only thing that we haven't done is bisecting an angle. That is called an angle bisector. So you just need to pay attention. There are 3 attributes. We have midpoints, we have cutting an angle in half, and we have right angles. And you're going to pick 1 or 2 of those, and every one of those segments creates a specific type of segment inside a triangle. So if we go here, oh, I missed. So letter A, which construction is that? That is a bisector that touches the opposite vertex. That is a median. Okay, and letter B, we have bisector and right angle. Altitude is vertex and right angle. This is a perpendicular bisector. That one's kind of easy to remember because perpendicular means right angle and bisector means cuts it in half. So that's sort of the only one that tells you what you need to do. And then C, vertex and right angle. That's an altitude. An interesting thing to note, if I have an equilateral triangle, and I didn't draw that very well, and I draw this, which one is that? Without labeling it. If all the sides are equal, it is a median, and an altitude, and a perpendicular bisector, and an angle bisector. So if those two sides are equal, so if this side is equal to this side, then that line fits all four qualifications. It's all four of them at the same time. Okay, that's it. So you have the rest of today to finish Module 1, and then we'll move on. Good luck.